In July 1995, the Bosnian Serb army, led by General Ratko Mladic, captured the small Muslim enclave of Srebrenica. It was a UN safe area, but Mladic and his forces easily overran the small contingent of peacekeepers, which had been given neither the authority nor the weapons to defend Srebrenica. Mladic and his men strutted through the town after it fell, telling terrified civilians not to worry. Nobody was going to get hurt. But over the next few days, General Mladic allegedly supervised the separation of men from women and set his army on a killing campaign that left more than 7,000 Muslim men and boys missing. The International War Crimes Tribunal has indicted General Mladic for the massacre at Srebrenica on 20 counts of genocide, crimes against humanity, and other breaches of the Geneva Convention that protects civilians in war. The indictment charges that despite agreeing with the UN to treat Srebrenica's surrendering Muslims as prisoners of war, what ensued was an orgy of mass execution, looting, and burning of homes, and more refugees. Thousands of Srebrenica's women and children walking for days to reach the Muslim-held town of Tuzla. After the horror of Srebrenica, Mladic unleashed his forces on the neighboring safe area of Zepa, but this time, chastened UN commanders forced him to negotiate and abide by a surrender from the town's Muslim defenders. Mladic began fighting the Serb national cause in 1991, first in Croatia, then joining up with Radovan Karadzic in Bosnia, being named army chief of their self-proclaimed Serb statelet. He was among the most hard-line of the Bosnian Serb nationalist leadership, prosecuting a doctrine of total war, personally directing the 3.5-year siege and bombardment of the capital, Sarajevo, and other Muslim towns and villages. He would often come to UN-mediated ceasefire meetings, but his promises were mostly broken before the ink was dry. The war in Bosnia was directed mainly against the Muslim civilian population, as the Bosnian Serb nationalists tried to carve out an ethnically pure state for themselves. Eventually, Mladic and Karadzic were indicted twice, once for Srebrenica and once on charges stemming from the war on the rest of Bosnia. He maintained his macho self-image even after being indicted, but the crimes of Srebrenica finally convinced the West to enter the war and end it. Mladic and his army were crushed, and in 1996 he was forced from the army command and into hiding. Jonathan Mann, CNN.